Welcome to the Moho Dojo. In this video, I'm going to go over the 4 rookie mistakes that I see every single new mobile home investor make on a weekly, daily basis. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Matt. I'm a mobile home investor here in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been in the business for about 5 years now, and I'm seeing these same mistakes every single day. So my hopes are that you take something away from this video, you apply it to your business, you save money in the long run by not making these mistakes, and eventually, I hope you grow your business into this very blossoming, prosperous business. The first mistake that I see made every single day is not learning your target market. Now what happens a lot of times is newer investors, they have this huge scope and broad scope of what they're actually trying to achieve. They're trying to wholesale for the entire state of Alabama or the entire state of Georgia. But the problem is that they're not even learning their local market. So figure out what your defined market's gonna be and then start learning the numbers. So for example, if you're starting out here in Phoenix, Arizona, what I recommend is splitting the city into 4 different quadrants. You're gonna have north, south, east, and west. What I recommend for a newer investor is zoning in and getting very specific, very niche with what you're trying to accomplish at first. And once you sort of learn a specific neighborhood, a specific mobile home park, that's when you can start branching out. I think a problem that a lot of newer investors have is they start too wide and then they try to learn everything all at once. When in reality, you need to start small and branch your business out. So when I first started my mobile home investing business, I just focused on East Valley, Phoenix. That's where I was living at the time. That's where a lot of family parks, 55 parks, I focused on family parks starting out in the East Valley. I wasn't concerned what was happening in the West Valley, North Valley, South Valley. I just wanted to focus on East Valley mobile home parks. Once I mastered East Valley, then I started doing West Valley family parks, and then North and South. And then once I mastered the family parks, that's when I went into 55 parks and mobile homes that need to be moved. There's enough money to be made if you just stay specific, stay focused on a specific market, learn your numbers, and then eventually branch out. Mistake number 2, purchasing a headache. And I am just as guilty as some of those other newer investors out there. I have bought my fair share of incredibly bad deals, but let me just tell you this. When you're first starting out as a newer mobile home investor, you want to purchase home runs. You have to be picky, you have to know your numbers, and yes, there are deals that are not worth taking on. I see a lot of newer investors, they're taking on these projects like incredible gut jobs, roof issues, flooring issues, mechanical systems. They're taking on these extensive rehabs. They don't know their numbers. They don't know what their exit strategies are, and they are losing money on these deals. I have done it personally. I did it on my deal number 3 and 4. I have another video that talks about the mistakes I made on those. I would say starting out, make sure you know the numbers and make sure you buy properties that are not going to be headaches. Mistake number 3, learning how the business works. Now, a lot of people, when they buy and sell mobile homes, they think, well, I own the home, I can make whatever rules I want to make. That's not true. It is to some extent, but it's not true in the sense that your mobile home is typically on someone else's property. So when you buy and sell a mobile home, you typically have to follow the community's rules. And so if the community says, hey, we have the first right of refusal, or hey, you have to get park approved, a lot of new investors don't like that. They say, well, shit, it's my home, I can do whatever the hell I want. Well, that's true to some extent, but they also have to follow the rules as long as their mobile home is on someone's property. So starting out, learn how mobile home parks work. Typically there's a park approval process. If you want to purchase and sell inside a community, you have to follow the lease and follow whatever the community rules are. If your home is located on someone else's property and you're trying to pull it off, follow whatever rules they set for you, make sure everything's in writing, and just protect yourselves. Every single day I see in a Facebook group that, hey, so-and-so park owner is trying to sue me, and typically the newer investors at fault. They don't understand how the parks work. They don't understand that they have to follow whatever's in the community guidelines, and it's usually the investor's fault. So I would say starting out, make sure you learn how the business works before you go onto someone's property, before you purchase a home in someone's property. Learn the ins and outs of the business. That brings up mistake number 4, the golden rule, and that's protect your name at all costs. Now, what happens is a lot of new investors starting out, they're looking into the scene. They don't realize how small this business actually is, and that everybody, within a couple of years knows everybody. And so starting out, you're looking at, say, the state Arizona, you see 1,000 mobile home parks, you see, 50,000 mobile homes, and you are just this small fish. But what you don't realize is that most of those park owners own multiple parks. They all know each other. Within those parks are dealers. Most of the dealers have relationships with these park owners. And the second that you burn a bridge or you screw somebody over, word travels really quick. Here in Arizona, everybody knows the shady characters. In Texas, it's the same way, and word travels quick, and at the end of the day, all you have is your name. So protect your name at all costs, do good, clean business, create win-win situations, help families, help park owners, and at the end of the day, protect your name. That's all you have. So if you liked this video, if you've made any of the mistakes below, leave a comment. I want to hear what mistakes you've made in this business. If you want to hear future videos, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, whatever, hit all the buttons below. My name is Matt. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be safe, be good, and I'll catch you in the next one.